Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of LAKERS, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video.
Lakers make bold commitment to rob Pelinka ahead of playoffs. Just as the Lakers gear up for another playoff run, the franchise has made a major off-court move that signals confidence and stability. Rob Pelinka has signed a contract extension and earned a promotion to president of basketball operations, all while retaining his role as general manager. The news was first reported by Shams Charania of ESPN. This move is more than just a front office shuffle. It's a strong vote of confidence from team owner Jeannie Buss, who praised Pelinka in an official statement, saying she fully trusts him to keep delivering championship-level basketball to Los Angeles and to Lakers fans around the world. Pelinka's journey, missteps along the way, but big wins when it counts. Pelinka has been with the Lakers organization since 2017, first joining as general manager. By 2020, the year the team won its 17th NBA title inside the Orlando bubble, he had already been promoted to vice president of basketball operations. His tenure hasn't been without controversy. Moves like the Russell Westbrook trade drew heavy criticism, but Pelinka proved capable of course-correcting. He rebuilt the roster following Westbrook's exit and brought the team back into title contention in 2023, and again this year. Among his most impactful decisions, the blockbuster trade for Anthony Davis in 2019, resisting pressure to trade away young talent and future assets too quickly, and most recently, pulling off a daring trade for Luca Doncic, a move that instantly raised the team's ceiling. A new era, Luca, Redick, and a clear vision for the future. Pelinka's promotion couldn't come at a more meaningful time. The Lakers closed out the regular season with 50 wins and a dynamic trio leading the charge: LeBron James, Luca Doncic, and Austin Reeves. Working alongside newly hired head coach J.J. Redick, Pelinka has helped bring structure and clarity to a franchise that has often felt chaotic in recent years. Today, the Lakers have a young superstar in Doncic to build around, a fresh-thinking head coach who has earned locker room respect, and a unified front office, now led by a proven basketball mind. Pelinka has shown patience, strategic vision, and an unwavering commitment to sustainable excellence, the team said in its official release. Looking ahead, flexibility and a championship mindset. Even after swinging big to land Doncic, Pelinka has kept a first-round pick in his back pocket, a rare luxury for a team that usually goes all in for stars. His comments last off-season now feel prophetic. If we need to trade picks to maintain sustainable excellence, I won't hesitate. He didn't. And now, with full organizational backing and a roster ready to compete, Pelinka is positioned to lead the Lakers into a new era of success. A fresh chapter begins, with stability at the top and a championship-caliber core. Rob Pelinka's extension isn't just about the Doncic deal. It's a declaration that the Lakers have finally found long-term leadership they can trust, something that's been elusive since Kobe Bryant's retirement. With a generational talent on the floor, a rising core of young players, and a head coach bringing modern insight and energy, Pelinka has all the tools to lead the Lakers into their next golden age. The league takes notice, and so do the fans. Pelinka's promotion has sent ripples throughout the NBA. Front offices across the league are taking notice, not just because of the bold move for Doncic, but because of how the Lakers managed to pull it off while preserving their long-term flexibility. The trade itself was a masterclass in negotiation. By leveraging a mix of draft assets, expiring contracts, and young role players, Pelinka brought in a generational talent without fully mortgaging the future, a balancing act few executives have managed in today's star-driven league. Media outlets and analysts have been quick to respond. ESPN's Brian Windhorst called the Lakers front office one of the most stable and forward-thinking in the league right now. On NBA Today, Kendrick Perkins praised the synergy between Pelinka and Redick, calling them a modern GM-coach duo with real chemistry and a clear identity. Fans, too, are feeling the momentum. Social media has been buzzing with optimism. LakersNation, a fan base known for its sky-high expectations, is embracing the vision with rare enthusiasm. Season ticket renewals have spiked, and the franchise is seeing a surge in global engagement, particularly after Doncic's arrival brought a wave of new international fans. Inside the organization, A culture shift rooted in trust and strategy. Internally, the promotion reflects a deeper shift in organizational culture, one built on trust, clarity of roles, and long-term vision. Pelinka's leadership has helped unify the basketball operations department, player development staff, and scouting teams, all working under a shared philosophy. Sources within the organization describe Pelinka as someone who listens as much as he leads, a quality that's earned him respect from both the front office and the locker room. His close relationship with Jeanie Buss has been central to the Lakers' renewed stability, as both share a belief in building a winning culture without sacrificing values or vision. His partnership with J.J. Redick is also being praised for its transparency and mutual respect. Redick, who was seen as a gamble due to his lack of head coaching experience, has proven to be a quick study, and Pelinka has made it clear he'll give the young coach the time and tools needed to thrive. Strategic moves ahead, with patience and precision. With the playoffs approaching and momentum on their side, the Lakers are in an enviable position. But Pelinka knows the real work begins now. The Western Conference remains brutally competitive, and sustaining excellence will require both short-term success and long-term planning. While many teams exhaust their assets chasing a single window, Pelinka has kept a war chest ready. The Lakers still own a first-round pick, several promising young players on team-friendly deals, and enough cap flexibility to be major players in the next big trade or free agency window. There's already buzz that Pelinka may look to add another 3-and-D wing or veteran big man this summer, not out of desperation, but to deepen a roster that already looks like a contender. And with Doncic only beginning his prime, the front office knows time is now an ally, not an enemy. A new standard in Los Angeles. What makes this chapter so compelling isn't just the star power or the playoff hopes. It's the sense that the Lakers have finally rediscovered something deeper: identity. For years, the franchise struggled to find its post-Kobe footing. There were moments of brilliance, but also instability, questionable moves, and fleeting visions. Now, under Pelinka's leadership, the Lakers are anchored by a clear direction, one that values basketball IQ, long-term thinking, and organizational harmony. Jeanie Buss said it best: Rob represents everything we want this franchise to stand for: championship ambition, integrity, and the courage to make bold moves when it matters most. As the Lakers step into the postseason, they do so with more than just hope. They step in with structure, strategy, and belief. And with Rob Pelinka officially at the helm, that belief might just carry them all the way. LeBron James isn't taking the playoffs for granted. Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James is heading into yet another NBA postseason, and even after 2 decades in the league, he's not taking a single moment for granted. At 40 years old and in his 22nd season, it's almost surreal to think that LeBron is still one of the best players on the planet. He's the clear no.2 option on a title-contending team, right behind Luca Doncic, and still making a massive impact on the game. The 2024-25 season marks LeBron's 18th playoff appearance. In his previous 17 runs, he's made it past the first round 15 times and reached the NBA Finals on 10 occasions, an accomplishment that's simply unheard of. And he knows exactly how special that is. As he prepares for another playoff push, LeBron spoke about what this time of year means to him and to the sport as a whole. It's an exciting time, not just for us players, but for basketball fans everywhere, he said. The energy, the competition, everything ramps up. It's what the game is all about. It's fun. For the first time since the Lakers' 2019-20 championship season, LeBron had a full week of rest before the playoffs, avoiding the play-in tournament. And he used that time wisely, to recharge both physically and mentally. I've been taking care of my body and keeping my mind sharp, locked in on our opponent, LeBron shared. That balance is everything at this stage. When asked what the playoffs demand from him, his answer was both raw and powerful. Everything. The playoffs ask for everything you've got, he said. Mentally, physically, the intensity, the contact, it all increases. The league lets us play with more physicality in the postseason, and your body feels that. But mentally, you have to stay sharp. Whether things are going great or not, you've got to stay steady, stay focused if you want to keep advancing. Now, stepping into this postseason in his 22nd year, something no player has ever done at this level, LeBron is fully aware of how rare and special this moment is. It's a blessing, he said. At my age, with everything I've experienced, making the playoffs isn't something I take for granted. Being one of just 16 teams left standing, having a shot at the ultimate prize, the Larry O'Brien Trophy, that's all you can ask for. You don't ever want to lose sight of how special that is. Throughout this season, LeBron has shown immense gratitude for still being able to compete at such a high level. Alongside legends like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant, he's become more reflective, knowing that the era they've defined is nearing its final chapters. But with the playoffs here, both LeBron and Curry have a very real chance to add another title to their historic legacies, and that possibility still fuels them. LeBron praises Anthony Edwards. One of the ways LeBron has embraced this chapter of his career is by lifting up the next generation, something past legends haven't always done. Ahead of the Lakers' first-round matchup, LeBron had high praise for Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards. "Ant is amazing," LeBron said. "He's an unbelievable basketball junkie. He just loves the game. Great kid, and everything he's accomplished already in his young career is no accident. He's worked for it. It's been incredible to watch." Basketball: the challenge against the Timberwolves. On Saturday night, April 19th, the Los Angeles Lakers faced off against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Crypto.com Arena in LA for Game 1 of the Western Conference first-round playoffs. Both teams had split wins during the regular season, making this matchup even more unpredictable and thrilling. Luca Doncic, a recent addition to the Lakers, brought a new dynamic to the team, contributing 21 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists in the 111-102 win. LeBron James, with his experience and leadership, delivered a dominant performance with 33 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists, proving that even at age 40, he's still a powerhouse in the league. Brain, mental, and physical preparation. LeBron has consistently emphasized the importance of maintaining both mental sharpness and physical conditioning during the postseason. With a full week of rest before the playoffs began, he focused entirely on recovery and preparation. "I worked on my body, kept my mind fresh, and locked in on the opponent," LeBron shared about his playoff prep. Glowing star acknowledging the next generation. Beyond his on-court performance, LeBron has embraced the role of mentor to the league's rising stars. Ahead of the first-round series, he took time to praise Minnesota's Anthony Edwards, highlighting the young star's commitment and love for the game. "Ant is incredible, a true basketball junkie who just loves the game. Great kid," LeBron said. "Everything he's achieved so far in his young career has been amazing to witness. He's earned it." Crystal ball: what's next for the Lakers? With a Game 1 win under their belts, the Lakers now prepare for Game 2 against the Timberwolves, scheduled for Tuesday, April 22nd, at 7 p.m. Brazil time. The team is looking to keep the momentum going and advance to the Western Conference semifinals, chasing the franchise's 18th championship, a title that would tie them with the Boston Celtics for the most in NBA history. As the playoffs unfold, LeBron James' journey continues to inspire fans and players across the world. His dedication, leadership, and love for the game are a testament to his greatness and the legacy he's still building. O Los Angeles Lakers, Kabika de Chave número 3, recebra o jogo 1 dos playoffs de NBA casa pela primeira vez desde 2012, e ha uma empolgaco palpável com o que o Los Angeles Lakers pode realizar com Luca Donuch e LeBron James no comando. O primeiro teste Kamika na noite sábado, quando enfrentam Anthony Edwards e o Minnesota Timberwolves, Kabika de Chave número 6, na primeira rodada. Os Timberwolves neo sao sexto Kabika de Chave comum. El sao, estatisticamente, dos melhores times de todo o basquete. Els tiveram oitava classificação ofensiva, a sexta classificação defensiva e a quarta classificação líquida na temporada 2024-25. Normalmente, time que esta entre os 10 melhores, tanto ofensiva quanto defensivamente, candidato legítimo. A razão para sua classificação mais baixa na tabela se deve tanto a conferência oeste latada quanto a inicio dolorosamente lento. Os Timberwolves tiveram dificuldades para se adaptar a surpreendente troca de off-season que enviou Karl-Anthony Towns para o New York Knicks troca de Julius Randle e Dante DiVincenzo. Isso os levou a começar com 8 to 10 e chegar a 500 pontos de aproveitamento 8-17-17, antes de decolar na segunda metade de temporada. El são liderados por Edwards, que continua se consolidar como dos melhores jogadores do mundo. Ele alcançou as maiores médias de carreira pontos por jogo, 27.6 e percentagem de 3 pontos, 39.5, mantendo Minnesota a tona durante os momentos difíceis do início de temporada. Mas onde os Timberwolves demonstram algumas fraquezas a quando outros jogadores são incumbidos de tomar decisões, já que não tem uma opção de titular número 2 além de Randle, que notoriamente tem tido dificuldades para traduzir seu jogo para a pior temporada. Eles também tem tido desempenho mediano contra os melhores times da liga, aproveitando uma das agendas mais fáceis do basquete e da sua sequência de vitórias no final de temporada. Estrela Livre. Aqui que as vantagens dos Lakers realmente aparecem. Eles não só tem a melhor opção de segundo do jogo James, atrás de Donuch, como também tem uma terceira opção de elite Austin Reeves. Os Timberwolves terão que tomar decisões defensivas difíceis, e os Lakers tem todas as ferramentas necessárias para espalhá-los. A troca de Luca fevereiro mudou completamente a sorte de Los Angeles e a tornou uma candidata legítima. Defensivamente, o time teve 5 eliminados e alterou tudo, apoiando-se nos pontos fortes de jogadores como Dorian Finney-Smith, Jared Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes, Lebron, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent e Jordan Goodwin. No ataque, eles passaram os últimos 2 meses ses forçando para romper como revezamento entre seus 3 principais condutores de bola, punindo as defesas pela agressividade contra Donuch. Se ele tem confronto 1 by 1, ele explora. Se ele sofre blitz, Reeves e James conseguem operar uma situação 4 by 3, o que quase sempre resulta uma cesta de isolamento para eles, ou uma tripla aberta no canto para Finney-Smith, Hachimura ou Vincent. Nesta série, o quinteto Donuch, James, Reeves, Finney-Smith e Hachimura será o fator decisivo. Juntos, eles mantiveram net rating de 18, 108 minutos durante a temporada regular e, se conseguiram levar esse nível de dominio para os playoffs, podem ser imparáveis. Os Lakers são os favoritos para vencer esta série, e por bom motivo. Eles representam muitos problemas defensivos para os Timberwolves, especialmente esse Rudy Gobert for retirado do garrafão, e podem não ter o poder de fogo ofensivo necessário para acompanhar. Mas eles não devem ser subestimados, e os Lakers precisarão lutar bastante, acertar seus arremessos livres e manter a disciplina defensiva para lidar com a situação e avançar para a segunda rodada. Estrela Livre. Minnesota Timberwolves, 0-0, ex-Los Angeles Lakers, 0-0. Sábado, 19 de abril, 17h30 pt. Crypto.com Arena, Los Angeles, California. TV, ABC. Radio, 7:10 a.m. ESPN LA. Provável escalação inicial dos Lakers. PG, Luca Donuch. SG, Austin Reeves. SF, Rui Hachimura. PF, LeBron James. C, Jackson Hayes. Reservas Principes, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, Jordan Goodwin, Dalton Connect. Provável escalação inicial do Timberwolves. PG, Mike Conley. SG, Anthony Edwards. SF, Jaden McDaniels. PF, Julius Randle. C, Rudy Gobert. Reservas Principes, Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Clark. Luca Doncic breaks his silence on Mavericks. Nico Harrison, I deserved better. Months after the blockbuster trade that shook the NBA, Luca Doncic is finally speaking out about how things ended with the Dallas Mavericks, and specifically, how former GM Nico Harrison handled his departure. In an exclusive interview with ESPN's Malika Andrews, aired on April 18th, the Lakers star opened up with a mix of hurt and grace. It's sad to hear the way he's talking now, Doncic said, referring to Harrison. I never said anything bad about him. I just want to move on. The fans, my teammates, those are people I'll always carry in my heart. But it's time to turn the page. The response came after Harrison doubled down on the phrase defense wins championships as a justification for the trade, a not-so-subtle and repeated dig at Luca's fitness and defensive impact. Personal jabs and a public fallout. After the trade, several reports from major outlets hinted at a coordinated effort by the Mavericks front office to defend their decision by leaking behind-the-scenes concerns. ESPN's Tim McMahon mentioned that ongoing worries about Luca's conditioning and fears of committing to a future Supermax extension were key factors. Sam Amick of The Athletic painted an even more unflattering picture of Doncic's final days in Dallas. He was called lazy. People brought up his social habits, his love for beer and hookah, dating back to his Real Madrid days. Some even predicted his career would be cut short due to health issues. Though names weren't always named, the messaging was clear: chip away at Luca's public image to justify the unthinkable. It's painful, depending on how you take it, Luca said. Most of it came out of Dallas, so I didn't want to clap back. I try not to read too much. I'm just focused on my journey. Luca's father speaks out. He didn't deserve this. While Luca kept things mature and measured, his father, Sasa Doncic, didn't hold back. In an interview with Arena Sport Slovenija, he spoke bluntly. I get it, sometimes people don't align philosophically. But the hypocrisy from certain individuals is what hurts. Luca didn't deserve this. Not at all. Sasa reminded people of Luca's deep connection to Dallas, both through his philanthropy and his bond with the local community. He gave his all. Played 100 games, 40 minutes a night, double and triple-teamed constantly. And now they say he wasn't in shape? That's unfair. If you wanted to trade him, fine. But own that decision. Don't hide behind excuses afterward. Thriving in LA, and proving everyone wrong. While Dallas scrambles to justify what's becoming one of the most criticized trades in recent NBA history, Luca is thriving in Los Angeles. Teaming up with LeBron James and Austin Reeves, he's turned the Lakers into a legitimate title contender once again. His numbers in purple and gold speak volumes. 28.2 points per game. 8.2 rebounds. 7.7 assists. 45% shooting from the field. 36.8% from three. But more than stats, it's his impact, his leadership, his control of the game, his chemistry with teammates, that's elevated LA to another level. Meanwhile, the Mavericks are clinging to play-in hopes, a far cry from the contender they could have built around Doncic. Letting his game do the talking. There's a quiet dignity in how Luca has handled it all. No social media tirades. No public feuds. Just results. And as the playoffs begin, he's got the perfect stage to show the world that the issue was never him. Dallas didn't just lose a superstar, they lost a franchise icon, a community favorite, and a chance to build something truly special. And Luca? He's not just moving on. He's leveling up. Fallout across the league, the NBA reacts. Luca's comments didn't just make headlines, they sparked immediate reaction across the NBA landscape. Players, analysts, and former coaches weighed in, many expressing surprise at the Mavericks' handling of the situation and admiration for Doncic's composure. Draymond Green, during an episode of The Draymond Green Show, didn't mince words. You don't trade a generational player like that and then throw dirt on his name. That's weak. Luca's doing what stars do, he's letting his game speak, and he's cooking. J.J. Redick, now a respected voice on ESPN, called the situation a textbook example of front office deflection. Instead of owning a bold move, they tried to shift the narrative. But Luca's performance in LA just exposed the truth. He wasn't the problem. He was the foundation. Even Dirk Nowitzki, though diplomatic, offered a subtle nod of support. Speaking at a Mavericks alumni event, he said, Luca gave his heart to Dallas. Whatever happens, I hope fans remember that. A city still healing, a star already moved on. Back in Dallas, fans remain divided. While some still defend the front office's long-term vision, many feel betrayed, not just by the trade itself, but by the way Luca's departure was handled. Social media has been flooded with emotional tributes, throwback highlights, and even apology threads under the hashtag #ThankYouLuca, which trended on X, formerly Twitter, the morning after his ESPN interview aired. At the American Airlines Center, Doncic jerseys are still everywhere. But now they share space with a lingering question: what could have been? The bigger picture: player empowerment versus franchise politics. Luca's exit is just the latest chapter in a growing pattern across the league. Franchise stars being moved under questionable pretenses, followed by smear campaigns meant to control the narrative. It raises questions about loyalty, transparency, and how much power teams really wield when faced with superstar personalities. But Doncic is flipping that script. Rather than respond with ego or outrage, he's leading with excellence, and forcing the conversation to shift back to basketball. In an era where headlines often overshadow hardwood, Luca is reminding everyone why he was once seen as the future of the league: elite skill, elite mind, and now elite poise. What's next for Luca, and for Dallas? With the playoffs in full swing, Luca has a chance to reshape his legacy in real time. If he leads the Lakers on a deep run, or even to a title, it could become one of the greatest revenge arcs in recent NBA history. Meanwhile, the Mavericks face pressure like never before. If their current core falters, the front office won't just be dealing with basketball questions. They'll be facing the long-term reputational damage of having let a once-in-a-generation talent slip away. As for Luca, he's not worried about any of that. "I'm in a good place now," he told Malika. "I've got a team that believes in me. I'm focused on winning, and I'm having fun again." The final word. Sometimes, the loudest statement is the one you don't shout. Luca Doncic didn't lash out. He didn't clap back on Twitter. He just kept working, lifting a legendary franchise back into title contention while handling adversity with grace. And as the playoffs roll on, one thing is clear: Luca didn't lose. Dallas did.